All right, here is a quick and easy explanation of rhythmic subdivision. What is rhythmic subdivision? Well, it's basically one of the core concepts when learning rhythm. You need to understand the basic relationships that different rhythmic values have to one another. The best way to explain it is to think of it as a pyramid, starting with your biggest rhythm first, moving down to your smallest rhythmic components. So at the top of the pyramid would be the whole note. Okay, and that would basically give you 4 beats. Not all the time, but that's another discussion. But in this case, let's think of it as 4 beats. All right, that whole note is going to break down into 2 equal parts. And that's basically the general rule. Each of the rhythmic values will break into 2 equal parts. Okay, so you have half notes. Each whole note breaks into 2 half notes. Each half note will break into 2 quarter notes. Okay, each of the quarter notes will break into 2 eighth notes, and I'll beam them together like this. Those are your eighths. And then each of the eighth notes will break down into 2 sixteenths each. I'll actually connect all 4 of them with a beam like this. Okay? So these will be your 16th notes. Each eighth note breaks into 2 16th notes, and then the 4 of them together, beamed together like this, will equal 1 beat. All right, this continues. This will not only, it basically goes into infinity. I mean, you'll go from 16ths to 32nd notes to 64th notes. Okay, those are relatively rare. You're not going to see those very often. But the same concept applies. Each rhythmical value can break itself into 2 parts. So when you see this all out in front of you, you can start to put the mathematical relationships together. If the question was how many quarter notes, for instance, equals a whole note, you can take a look at this diagram and you'll understand that 4 of them will equal the value of a whole note. Okay, because we know of quarter notes to equal 1 beat. All right, how many 16th notes are in a whole note? Well, very simple. We know that 4 of them equal 1 beat, and therefore, because a whole note is 4 beats, you would have 16 16th notes that would make up the value of a whole note, and vice versa. Okay, a whole note is equal to 16 16th notes as well. So that's basically the first step in learning rhythm, to understand that each of these notes can break itself down.